try and see if she'll sit on my lap for this whole interview. I think behind the table might be a little. All right, we'll see how much time I have, but this is Cora. She's an adoptable dog here at the Humane Society of Tampa Bay, about 5 years old. She's a terrier mix. She's been in the shelter about 81 days, I believe. So that's quite some time. I know Humane Society of Tampa Bay will provide a gift card for supplies when you adopt her, and she's also one of my scholarship dogs where she'll come with free training for 4 weeks. So you guys know I have the Rhino Rescue Foundation, much more than a football player I try to be, and I'm all about animals like this. Shelter dogs are looking for a home. Beautiful dog, extremely active. I heard that she can go on some cross-country hikes, she can walk, she can jog, she loves the heat, she loves to be out in the grass. So a lot of fun. As you see, we met less than 30 minutes ago. She's ready to sit on my lap and doing a great interview with me. So I think it's a pretty easy dog to adjust to your household.
Discuss like the training aspect, because sometimes the shelter dogs need a little bit of help in terms of getting adjusted.
Yeah. I would say that's not shelter dogs. I think all
dogs.
dogs. I think all dogs need training, and I think a lot of times what I try to do is promote obviously rescue animals, but I try to promote pet retention. And a lot of reasons why people may return their dogs or their dogs don't work in their households because they don't train their dogs to be in their household. We teach our kids a lot how to work in the household, but we can't give our kids back. Maybe some do, I don't. So I don't believe you should give your animals back either. I think so. What I'm providing is 4 weeks of virtual training with Good Pup, where you can have a virtual training online. Training's expensive, as we know, and not too many people always think they have the time. So I'm trying to provide that resource for people who can afford a dog but can't afford the training, so that dog does better in their household.
Logan, what's the origin of this for you? What started your passion for this?
Animal welfare is always, it came from my wife. My wife worked in an animal shelter when she was my girlfriend in Boston, and she got a job there, and I realized how little she was getting paid and how much work she was putting in, and I really felt for the whole industry. And I would go visit her and the dogs, and I saw a lot of dogs not being adopted, and it was sad. My wife was coming home trying to find ways to get these dogs adopted, so I started throwing them up on my Instagram and called Ryan's Monthly Rescue. So I was putting adoptable dogs on my social media, so a different type of people can see these dogs and give these dogs a second chance. And I did that for a year, and all 12 dogs got adopted. And all these dogs were once a month, and all these dogs were, in the shelter at least a year. They came with some medical issues, needed surgeries, they were blind, they were deaf. They're not easy to adopt dogs. And I saw that there was something there, and I just think they needed to get more eyes on them, so then I dedicated and started a foundation soon later to provide, for shelter animals.
Chris Godwin is also heavily involved in animal rescue as well. Have you guys maybe talked about it, planning a co-event?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what we can get in the works. It's been, obviously, these last couple of years have been COVID related. It's been hard for my own foundation to fundraise and do the events that we've done in the past. But I know Chris and his wife have done a tremendous job down here. And I think, when we played in Tennessee and I was on the Titans and he was on the Bucs, I was covering him and I think after the game we talked about dogs on the field because I knew what he did. And he's from Delaware. My wife's from Delaware as well. There's only 3 people I've ever met from Delaware, all in the same place. So I thought I joke on Delaware a lot because I'm from New Jersey, and we don't acknowledge Delaware. So, so me and Chris, the fact he's from Delaware and does dogs, I think my wife and his wife will probably have to do something in the future. Awesome. All right, anything dog-related, football-related, while I'm here, I'll answer it.
You've had to do this in your career. Antoine Winfield is coming down, learning to play in their slot, where the big physical guys are. How much of a transition is that when you're the center fielder down where the action is on every play?
Yeah, that nickel position is a nuanced position. It's not a position you learn in college too well, and you need to have a good one in the NFL. And, we and him have both taken reps there. I mean, physically, he's stout. He's a strong tackler. He's a strong blitzer. He's physical enough to play it because he's just a strong player in general. But there's a lot of nuance there, and I felt like as much as I'm trying to teach him the nickel stuff that I learned through the years, he's teaching me the center field stuff because I've only been doing that for a couple years. So I think we're relying on each other a lot, and the goal is to push ourselves in practice at both positions to give Todd more versatility in the game to who's going to play what position. So hopefully that's an advantage for us, but it's definitely a tough mentally learning the playbook from two sides like that. Close to the line of scrimmage, behind the line, so far back. It's definitely a challenge, but I think we've both been embracing it. He's doing a great job. He's going to excel at any position because he's really a good football player, but he's doing a great job at it.
What do you think from Dylan Turner? Obviously, he's kind of been making some plays out there.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, I'm proud of him. He plays both strong safety and free safety, and he can fill in. And you have to be smart to play in this secondary. That's what I learned right away. And he's able to do it, and he's beating guys out because he's smart and he's not afraid. And we even made him, sing his rookie song, and he sang Biggie word for word. So he wasn't afraid about that either. He's definitely, he's definitely showing up each and every day and doing well for himself, and I'm proud of him. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Someone go adopt for